Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears taking on Carson Wentz and the Las Vegas Raiders.
Well, they say an early season snowstorm may be on deck in less than 48 hours, but today is picture-perfect fall football weather. Crisp and cool at Soldier Field in the Windy City.
Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here. As it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Chicago Bears.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
Khalil Herbert to return it from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. So here come the Bears to take over on offense behind their third-year quarterback, former Ohio State Buckeye Justin Fields.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Fields.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down. Now a late signee let go by Minnesota in June. It's Dalvin Cook.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Chandler Jones so quick. He was the one that got in to stop that one before it got started. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
Here's Fields. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Fields. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
2nd and 10. Now it's Fields.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
Now on it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
On is Presley Harvin now as he'll send this one away.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field.
They'll be led out by the 2nd overall pick of 2016. An 8-year pro now from North Dakota State, Carson Wentz.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win. And that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
A run on first down with Jacobs as he'll get this forward for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. But, Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And, look, they got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. He can really smell 800 catches right now because that last one puts him at 799, knocking on the door. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The Raiders at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Wentz. And that is incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 29. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
A little costly there. You wipe out the first down. You also move further back.
No doubt about it. So you went from moving the sticks to them staying in the same spot, except for that one guy carrying the yard marker. He moves back farther.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now Wentz. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders.
Hunter Renfrow,
his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Raiders post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all.
And it was Hunter Renfrow who capped things off with a touchdown reception.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. The drive will start with an option going left. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Fields going to keep it once more.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously, more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
To throw is Fields.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Fields now to throw. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he'll be taken down after a gain of about 8, as that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Second and a couple. Now Fields. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 28. Back to throw, Fields. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Here's Fields now on second down.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
It's a big play there for Vegas. 41 yards. And that catch, he just hit number 800 in his NFL career.
And just think, that puts you in top 35 range all time in the NFL in terms of number of catches. One significant guy in that number, Shannon Sharp, who was a tight end. That's big-time play right there.
Second down and a yard.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Back to the air on second down. Wentz. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes.
And the Raiders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Bears going to get one more possession in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Looking to throw on second down. Fields. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
On first down, it's Fields. He'll go right back to Tunyon.
Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
To the air again, Fields. He'll find more on the comeback route.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This from 54 yards away. And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Well, I'd say that it's fair to say nothing has gone right in this first half for them. Even here, you've got a chance to at least get on the board, but that goes by the wayside. And now, this coaching staff, they've got to figure out some way to wake this team up at halftime to get them going.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down here. So we've reached halftime with a visiting rate. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he's got this up to the 28-yard line.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
He'll let this go for Adams.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Running straight ahead is Jake. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, CD, that's one of those plays you put a mark by. I mean, that could be a big moment. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Now Wentz on third down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Flushed out right. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Bears take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out, and now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Fields going to keep it once more.
And no luck at all to start this drive as they're going to drop him behind the line for a second straight play. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. 3rd and long. It's Fields. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Here comes the Bears punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
107 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now a play fake. Wentz. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Jacobs going to try the middle. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Flush to his right.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Daniel Carlson set for the Raider field goal. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. Carlson able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 2nd and 10, Fields. That's complete to Mooney.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the 1st down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Meanwhile, Field.
And I think the ball's out. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him?
Fields hit and the ball is loose.
And the Raiders pick it up.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
120 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
It's a big play there for Vegas.
And even 50 yards.
That's how you put field position. What a play right there. That nearly went the distance. Credit this defense for not giving up. They get him down just short of the goal line, but the damage is done.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Josh Jacobs, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
From the gun, here's Fields. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Again, Fields. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. This one winding toward a conclusion, and how would you assess how the secondary is played?
Well, we just saw them take another shot downfield that was incomplete, correct?
Correct.
So my assessment is that if anyone's played really well in this game, it's been the secondary.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. They snap it to Fields.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one. Got a man, it's Mayer. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And it's complete to Adams. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
Throwing now is Wentz.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They will run the draw with Jacobs. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The kick by Carlson is good, and the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
Being chased out left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Fields. And he will find his man on the outside. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
And one last throw here for Fields.
And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. They said their goal was to win 7 games. They've done that pretty early in the year.
I think it's time for them to elevate that number and really make a big push to finish this season strong.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching.